We're taking advantage of multibindings in Dagger with our injectable viewModel factory. Let's go over each step of how a multibound map is created in Dagger. The first signal to Dagger is the app-viewModel factory. This class is declaring itself as injectable and takes a map of class of type that extends viewModel to a provider of viewModel. When Dagger code generation is running, it sees this and looks for a way to be able to provide that dependency. Since the home fragment is the object that's injecting this app-viewModel factory, and the home component is the object that says it can inject home fragment, the construction of this multibound map is handled in the generated home component. Let's open Dagger home component and see how this happens. Looking at the getAppViewModel factory method, we're returning a new app-viewModel factory and getting the injected map by calling another generated method. This one is returning a singleton map of our home viewModel class literal as the key and a provider of home viewModel as the value. Remember, we declared this map with values that are wrapped in a provider. Let's go to app-viewModel factory, remove that provider, and see how that changes code generation. After a build, we see that we're now instantiating our home viewModel when building the map. If you do this for multibound collections that have many values that aren't all needed at once, this could have performance implications. Since our app-viewModel factory is only going to return one value from the map each time it's called, having the map values wrapped in providers makes sense. Back in our generated component, notice how we don't see anything about the home module here. We use the home module to bind our viewModel into the map. Because we're using the binds annotation, Dagger doesn't need to reference this file at all in the generated code. It just uses it as a guide on how to provide a dependency during the code generation process. This leads to less generated code than the alternative and can add up over time. So using interfaces and the @binds annotation for your module files is good practice and should be done as much as possible. In the next video, we'll look at the changes in code gen that would happen if we use provides instead.